So let's talk about the new feature Try My Test framework got the other day, which is to rerun tests in context. Let's see how this works. Let's compile this test suite and just call the test consistency function, which will exercise a quick test of read, trying to read from a string and checking whether it's the same as the simplex, and do the same in the other direction for print. So in try, a function call is sufficient to invoke a test. Let's do that. We got an expected success, which is the resulting trial, and it had 2 successful checks in it. And in the REPL we also see a tree-like trace of the execution. So let's invoke the same thing from the REPL, and it fails, of course. This is in test read, because we are checking whether the read from string returns x, the symbol from the try example package, and of course it returns x from the CI user package because that's the active package in the REPL. Moving on to the test print function, we get pretty much the same failure. Right, so we can fix this by adding binding package to the package that we want. Let's recompile this, run it from here. Expected success, nice. Run it from here. It's all good. Now, what happens if we invoke test read directly? Oh, we get the same problem as before. So one way to fix it would be to go down the route that most test frameworks do, which is to add some kind of setup and tear down functionality to test read and test print can both use, and then we can invoke them one by one. And this is really cumbersome and also far from the normal Lisp evaluation rules. So instead, what try does is to expose the rerun context, and we are going to set the rerun context to the last finished trial. And if we invoke test read now, we'll see from the trace that what got invoked is test consistency. Within it, of course, test read was invoked as well, but unlike before, test print was skipped because try realized that it's not being asked for. It does not lead to a call to test read. If we do the same for test print, test read gets skipped, and test print runs normally. Okay, so this way we avoid having to write anything that is unlike normal Lisp code. The only difference is that we have def tests, which allow try to do its magic with selecting what kind of branches of the execution tree go down, and that's about it. This is of course not as nice as doing the same thing in Emacs, which is, let's go back to the previous version, recompile, and from here let's invoke try example test consistency, and we got the same experience as before. We have 2 failures. We can try to go back and fix them. I press V, fix it, and I rerun it. So everything checks out. Now, if I press this is a huge test suite, of course, so I don't want to run everything. So if I press T somewhere, then it will run the nearest and closing test. So I press T here, it will run test print, and it will skip test read as before. If I ask to run test read, then it will skip test print. And that's it. This is as close to normal Lisp evaluation as I can make it. And the idea, of course, is, as ever we try, that interactive use is first and foremost, and batch use is a particle parameterization.